Okay, so I have my nail lamp out, and I'm going to scooch this back a little bit. I have a Girl's Best Friend Diamond Dust. I have a little silicone pinch pot that I'm just going to put a little bit of UV resin in. This is the HTVRont one they sent me, a hard type. And to that, I'm just putting a tiny bit of diamond dust. And I'm going to stir that in. So, that is my resin mixed for this project. I'm working on my RSVP colored pens. I did this one just as a finished sample. I printed a vinyl wrap on printable vinyl paper. Let me grab that. I used the printable vinyl sticker paper for inkjet and laser printers, matte white from HTVRont. And I went through and found a bunch of pen wraps and then scaled them down to what I needed size-wise. And I was actually able to fit 12 of them on one sheet of vinyl, so that was pretty cool. And I think I'm going to put this cute little Nomi on the green pen. So, I'm not prepping these in any way. I'm pulling the cap off, I'm pulling the grip off, and then I'm just removing the ink for now. I'm doing these really, really simple. If I had these on a turner and had this set up over it, I could do more at once, but I'm probably just going to do a couple today. So, I'm just going to pick one or two more. I think I'm going to do the flamingo one. This one cut a little off on the edge, but I think it'll be okay. So obviously the flamingo I'm going to put on hot pink now. I think I'm going to put it on the red because of the watermelon. So, to apply this, I measured around my pen and I got 1.25 and 3.25 from like top to bottom here. I cut these at 3.1 so I'd have a little bit of overhang. That way, yeah, brain dead. That way it, if it's not quite perfect, it's okay. And these kind of have a little line that you can almost guide yourself on. But I cut it a little short so that it has a place for the resin to adhere top and bottom. And I am slightly off on my wrap on that one, but so I'm going to take my little pinch pot of resin. I'm just going to use a finger cut to apply because you don't need a lot. This one I got a little heavy-handed and I do have a slight bump here. So, but the UV resin is like regular resin, like you can feel when you've gotten it in a spot. So, but basically 2 dips is all I'm going to use. And the thinner your resin is, the better it's going to cure under your light, so you don't really want it thick anyways. Think of it like curing a thin coat of gel nail polish at a time. So I'm going to do 90 seconds on my lamp, and I'm just going to get it in there and kind of keep it spinning. I do have foil on the bottom plate of this, so it'll kind of reflect up more of the light. So these do get somewhat warm when they're in there, but the second coat is going to be just like the first, and I will most likely only do 2 coats total. So I'm just going to tape this pen down because I'm going to just stick it right in there and let it sit for a little bit. So, if you find that yours are still a little tacky after the UV light, I'd recommend putting them out in the sun for just a couple minutes, if possible. That usually finishes any tackiness off. I'm just going to sit those on the foil in the bottom now, because they're just slightly tacky. I do need to do a second coat on the flamingo maybe, but it feels pretty good, so I might not even bother. Like I said, if you're doing these in bulk, I recommend looking into one of the Turner attachments or something. You can do them with regular resin as well if you're doing it that way. I don't plan to do a ton of these, so I'll probably just do it like this for a while. Okay, so I'm going to let those go for a couple minutes, and then I will pull them out, and we will reassemble the pens and see what we have. Okay, so there's that one that was done already. This one's cooled off a bit. I will probably put these outside just to ensure they're not tacky at all at some point here. For whatever reason, the sun just works better than any of the lamps, so. So all of these wraps came from various sets on Creative Fabrica. I literally just searched pen wrap and kind of flipped through till I found some I liked, some sets I liked. There's a million more on there that I didn't even touch looking at, so I just want to get something non-stick to sit these on real quick. Just because I am going to leave them overnight, and if they are tacky, I don't want them sticking to this paper. But, there you go. 4 pens done so far. Using pen wraps and UV resin. There's the flamingo and watermelon over the monstera leaves. The cute little Nomi with the sunflowers on a white plaid. This one's just monstera leaves and tropical leaves. And then some little turtles swimming through an ombre. So that is it. Quick and easy pens. I do have on order from Makerflow a pack of these stainless steel crafters pens that we will probably do similarly. I won't have to cut them down as much. I did do one with glitter on the outside, and I will say I did not like it. I felt like it got too thick. But I just did that on a black one. I just don't like the way this came out. It's kind of bumpy. But I tried mixing the glitter into the UV at first, and I should have just spread a layer and sprinkled the glitter, I think. Might have worked a little bit better, but same method basically, so. But that is it, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.